Hello and welcome. It's January 15 and this is Afghan Voice Agency. The period following the start of Afghanistan peace negotiations in September 2020 has witnessed a sharp and chilling number of killing of human rights defenders and media professionals in Afghanistan. No fewer than 11 human rights defenders and media workers were killed in targeted attacks in Afghanistan from the 12 September 2020 start of peace negotiations through to 31st January 2021. The COVID-19 pandemic has increased the threat from the Islamic State and Al-Qaeda in conflict areas, including Afghanistan, Syria, and Iraq, United Nations experts said in a new report. The report to the United Nations Security Council said that the threat continued to rise to conflict zones in the last half of 2020 because the pandemic inhibited forces of law and order more than terrorists who were able to move and gather freely despite COVID-19 restrictions. We have no reports of this in the incident, but we are still investigating possible casualties, the governor of Herat told a news conference today about the Islam Gala custom fire. He also added that more details on the incident will be available on Tuesday. Governor of Herat said controlling the situation was out of the local government's capacity, therefore we sought the Iranian government's help. He says the customs compound had the capacity of 600 to 700 trucks, but there were more than that. Golbodin Hekmatyar on Sunday slammed the U.S. for what he called an attempt to quiet the Doha peace deal with the Taliban. Biden can neither gain from continuation of war in Afghanistan nor can he compel the Taliban by violating the peace deal. Hekmatyar, the head of Hizb Islami Party, said he led Mujahideen fighters in a war against the Soviet occupation of Afghanistan in the 1980s. He also served as prime minister in the 1990s. 7 Daesh militants were killed Sunday night in an operation by the National Directorate of Security in Eastern Nangarhar province. According to the statement, the National Directorate of Security unit conducted an operation in Jalalabad city. 7 insurgents, including a suicide bomber, were killed in a clash, the statement added. The first ambassador of the United Arab Emirates to Israel has been sworn in 1 month after the Arab country's cabinet approved the establishment of an embassy in Tel Aviv. The ambassador Mohammed Mahmoud al-Khwaja was sworn in on Sunday by the United Arab Emirates Vice President and Prime Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, who is also the ruler of Dubai. Iran's presence in Syria is upon an official request from Damascus, says a senior advisor to the Iranian foreign minister, warning that Israel will face the toughest response if it crosses red lines in the Arab countries. The Iranian official reiterated that the Islamic Republic's military presence in Syria is upon a request from the Damascus government, adding that Tehran hasn't received any message demanding it to leave the Arab country. Foreign Minister Mohammad Hanif Atmar met with Ross Wilson, chargé d'affaires of the U.S. Embassy in Kabul, to discuss the expansion of bilateral relations and issues around the peace process, the foreign minister said in a statement on Monday. Security forces in Myanmar opened fire on protesters Sunday as demonstrations against military rule in the country entered their second week. There was no immediate confirmation of this toll and no comment from the government. The soldiers were deployed to protest at the power plant in the northern state of Kachin Sunday. Videos from the protest shows members of the military firing into crowds to disperse them, but it was not clear whether the bullets were rubber or live ammunition. Telecommunication Regulatory Authority of Afghanistan has banned the import of cell phones that lacks registration and IMEI code in international mobile equipment identity. ARTA indicated to the media that some phones with fake IMEI entered the country due to improper monitoring of imports and shipments. This move is expected to prevent misuse of smartphones, as it will further enable phone carriers and manufacturers to share IMEI numbers to enable tracking of smartphones that were stolen. It's a great honor to have you with us, and until next time.